Good evening, everyone. Hey, everyone. I am on at a not normal time. So I'm excited to be here with you. I know I'm going to catch like a whole different crowd of people tonight on a Sunday night. So welcome. I typically do my lives on Mondays, but I had a little bit of a scheduling conflict this week. So I am here on a Sunday night. So exciting, a little bit different. If you've never joined us for one of our live videos before, my name's Wireman, and I am the creator of Wildflowers Nails. And I'm so happy to have you here. This is typically our Mani Monday, but like I said, I had to push it back to Sunday night. So thank you so much for joining. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to do a nail art tutorial for you tonight. And we are doing weekly themes at Wildflowers. So if you follow along with us at Wildflowers, we have a different theme every week. And we take one of our products, or sometimes we have a new product that we're launching, and we go ahead and we do all of our live classes that week based off of whatever our product is that we're featuring. Or, if it's a new product. And also, in addition to the 3 live classes that we do every week, we also have lots of like TikTok tutorials and stuff like that. Hey, a big hello to everyone in New Zealand. I know I'm not typically on this late. So, hey, Tracy's here from Hyper Nails. Tracy's one of our distributors in New Zealand. Well, the only distributor in New Zealand. So, shout out to everyone that is in New Zealand and Australia that's able to join the live. This is really cool. So yeah, we're so happy that you all are here. So this week, our product that we're featuring at Wildflowers is our Puffy gels. And so you may or may not have our Puffy gels. What the Puffy gels are, they are a potted gel like this size, and they come in 12 colors, plus we have them in clear, and they are like a nice thick gel. So we're featuring this product all week. We actually have a special going on the Puffy gel right now. So if you head to our website and you look for, you can just type in Puffy in the search bar, Puffy, you'll be able to find the Puffy gel set, and that set is going to be 20% off. It starts like right now, and it goes all the way for the rest of the week. So that is our special that we are running this week. So I'm excited. Today I'm going to do a tutorial, or tonight I'm going to do a tutorial and show you how to do some really pretty crystal looking flowers with the clear Puffy gel. So this is a technique I've never actually taught before. And so I've, had the opportunity to play around with it, play around with the product, and play around with the technique throughout this week as I was preparing for this live. And it's really fun. It's fun because you get to create a flower or a couple flowers on the nails first, like flat flowers, and you can do that in a lot of different ways. If you're not artistic and you want to use water decals or something like that, you can do it that way. You don't have to one stroke it. You can actually do just one color. So if you want to do that with the painting gels, or if you want to do it with gel polish and just keep it very simple and make a very simple flat flower, that way you can do that. Or if you want to be a little more complicated and you want to do one stroke as your flower foundation, which of course, I love one stroke as a foundation. I just love one stroke. So I'm obsessed with it. I love teaching it. I love everything about one stroke. So you can do one stroke as your flower foundation before you actually put the clear Puffy gel on top. So the clear Puffy gel that we have, and I'll show you this under the camera, but it's like really, really a thick gel. Very, very thick. This is actually what we use for, let me get really close to the camera and see if you can really see it. This is actually what we use for crystals at Wildflowers. This is what we use to hold our crystals, and in addition to holding our crystals, it's tack free. So like double awesomeness with this product. Tack free, holds crystals, and tonight I'm going to teach you how to do the crystal flower using this product. So let me think before I get started, just a few quick announcements. Thanks for sharing that link. I don't know if that's Jotana or Erin, but whoever it is, thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing the link. And really fast, so new product, we just launched our new product last week. It is the, what is this thing even called? You know, doing lives on a Sunday night could be a dangerous thing for me. Oh, thanks, Izzy. Doing lives on a Sunday night, because my brain is very different in the nighttime as opposed to in the morning time when I'm super fresh. So anyway, this is the flash care light I remembered. And we have these new ones that have this great squishy top. And what these are so amazing for is if you're doing encapsulation and you are trying to like really push something down on the nail while you cure it. So cool, right? So love this new flash care light. This thing, it's really sticky. It just like sits on here. So if you just want to use it as a regular flash care light, you can use it for that too. We were about out of the pink ones. We still have some pink ones left in stock, but once they're gone, they're gone. And so it was time for us to get new flash care lights. And I was like, well, duh, let's definitely use it with this squishy top for, you know, our next batch. Let's get these ones so that people have the option to have this squishy top for encapsulation. So that's the newest, latest, greatest product that we have available at Wildflowers. Oh, that's awesome, Erin. We also have a gel polish bundle. So we've been bundling our gel polishes. These aren't new colors, okay? There are regular colors, but for those of you who don't have all of our colors, we have bundled this into a really awesome little like 4-pack. It's on super duper sale on our website. You can find that right on the homepage at wildflowersnails.com. They're beautiful colors for the month of February. So every month we've been doing a different bundle. So this is our February bundle. I believe it's $39 and you get all 4 of these gel polish colors. They're 15 milliliter. Amazing, super creamy. Most of them just go on in one coat. Like I don't advertise this stuff as one coat because you know there's always going to be a color or two that are going to look a little bit better with the second coat. But a lot of them go on in just one coat, which is really awesome. Bloom Box, if you are a subscriber, oh, that's good, Tracy. They're still on sale in New Zealand. Bloom Box, if you are a subscriber to the Bloom Box, you should be receiving the February glitters. I found them and then I lost them, but I think Jotana and Erin have done an awesome job showing those off for the week. And then for events, we've got lots of exciting events coming up. We are prepping for Premiere Orlando this week. I know you're like, wait, isn't that in June? Yes, it's in June. But we are doing all of our planning and all of our preparation this week at Wildflowers for Premiere Orlando. We're going to have a really awesome game plan in place. So we will have all of that information to be able to share what we can with you by the end of this week. Master Artist Week is going to be in in Fort Myers, Florida. So September 16th through the 23rd. September 16th through the 23rd of 2022, Fort Myers. Be there. It's going to be an amazing class. So excited for Master Artist Week. We're doing all new designs at Master Artist Week. We're going to be at the One Show out in Portland, Oregon. I think that one's like in May. So excited about that. I'm unleashing a brand new class called Triple Threat Nail Tech. It's a 3-day class. We're doing a day of art, a day of structure, which I'm so excited about, and a day of business. So if you missed my live last week, I spent so much time explaining forms. So if you're someone new to nail forms, or if you know someone new to nail forms, definitely like backtrack. I was like, something looks really weird here. Did you guys notice the weirdness happening right? I'm like, why does it look so weird right here? I just realized why. Because my picture has fallen off the wall. I was like, why is it glaring like there's a hole in my wall going to a secret cave with nail things? Yeah, this is why. I don't know if it'll stay up, y'all. Maybe. There. I was like, what is glaring over there? All right. Anyway, enough about that. So, I know. I was like, something looks really funky. Triple Threat Nail Tech in Portland. I'm also going to be offering that class in the Atlanta, Georgia area. So working on a venue for that event. Have a few other like events going on throughout the year. So stay tuned with us. We've got like online courses that we're getting ready to launch. We're doing some really awesome, got some stuff cooking up for online education that we're really excited about at Wildflowers. So that's coming up. And of course, we've always got like new exciting products and fun things like that for you. All right. Are you ready to get started? I'm going to flip you all down, and I love seeing your comments. If you want to share this video in any of your nail groups with any of your nail friends, feel free to. We share all of our education freely, so this isn't like just for Wildflowers people at all. We encourage you to share it with anyone that you want to on the internet. We're just kind of out here trying to help people out because we realize that you don't always learn everything in nail school. And we also realize that a lot of us, like before we became professionals, we're like enthusiasts and DIYers. So we love you guys too so much. We welcome you here to glean from us. I am a nail professional. Our master artists are all nail professionals. We're all licensed nail professionals, but we love to share. We love to like mentor. We love to help anyone and everyone that we can who loves nails. Like we love nails, you love nails. It's a wonderful thing. And if we can help you along the way on your journey to whatever it is, you know, that you want to pursue, we're happy to do that here at Wildflowers. So thanks for joining. I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to get started on this tutorial. And I'm excited about it because I'm doing something sort of like out of my comfort zone tonight. And you know, going out of the comfort zone is always exciting. It's exciting and, oh, I need to fix my chair a little bit. It's exciting and scary, but it's like scary exciting. All right, this is the clear puffy gel. Let me open this baby up so you can kind of see what I'm working with. Now, I have dug very deep into this jar right here. So this stuff has been like well used. So I'm going to be kind of digging into the sides of the jar a little bit, but I mean, this stuff like will not budge. That's the beauty of it. So you can do all of this crystal stuff that you guys see. I don't know if y'all have seen people do the bows. I've seen some really cute, like where they've done leopard print looking bows, but this is what I'm talking about. This sort of, like crystal looking where they add that like, I'm going to make it sound so ugly, but like that gloppy clear on top, but it looks like crystal. Like it's really fun. This is just one layer that I did on here of the clear puffy gel. Most people are doing multiple layers. So this was me just doing one layer. And I thought it was like really fun and kind of cute. Listen, this is not my design. I'm just going to tell you right now. I saw this on Pinterest and just like straight up copied it because I was just fooling around and getting the feel of, you know, how to do this. So like, no, I'm not taking any credit like for making this actual design. The one that I do now though, I'm going to do a little bit differently and I will take credit for it because I have no plan. I'm just telling you right now, I don't have a design or a plan in mind, but I'm going to take the elements from this nail, like this idea of doing these beautiful sort of crystal petals and some of this other like floofy doofy stuff. And yeah, we'll do it. So let's go. Actually, I just threw it. I don't even know. I'll leave it here. I'll leave it here. But yeah, this is not the exact nail that we're doing. And like I said, this is not like I'm not taking credit for that design. Straight up copied it. You know, Pinterest used to be a horrible place. And now it's not so bad. I don't really mind Pinterest as much as I used to. I hated it when I worked in the salon. So these are the colors for the month of February here at Wildflowers. They're so pretty. And I'm kind of debating, like, shall I? I think no, I don't know. I might go with the white. I was going to, but then I was like, I don't know. Maybe we can make a flower out of one of those colors. All right, I'm going to just go for a light background. So this is our gel polish called tissue paper. And it is white, but it's not like white out white. It's not obnoxious white. I'll put it that way. It's not an obnoxious white at all. It's just a really nice pretty white. Just going over this because, you know, of course we have a fuzz. Oh no, I have on my sweater that has fuzzes all over it again. It's winter here where I am, and I just can't seem to take it off. Y'all know I'm from Florida, so I'm having a hard time adjusting to the freezing cold frigidness of Atlanta, Georgia. And you would think it wouldn't be like that bad, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it was 29 degrees when I woke up, and I have two sweaters. This one, and then look at the fuzz. Like, this is a serious amount of like fuzz and dog hair. Do you see the dog hair in there? I have two fuzzy sweaters that I just like basically alternate. It's like one day I wear the one fuzzy sweater and then the next day, and I have like, girls, I didn't have any sweatpants when I moved here, and I probably have 40 pairs now. Because, you know, once you find the perfect sweatpants, where do you guys like to buy your sweatpants from? I was like, I have no athleisure anything at all, because in Florida, I would always just wear like shorts. And I'm talking about like, you know, like jogging shorts, like, you know, the stuff you would like kind of wear to bed. I would either wear those or, oh gosh, how in the, here's the fuzz coming to play with us. Okay, there it is. I would either wear shorts or a dress, because I just couldn't handle how hot it was in Florida. And so I didn't own any sweats at all. So anyway, when I moved here, I was like, I have no athleisure anything. I feel like I need some athleisure. So I joined this one called like Ellie.com, and I love them. This is not an ad, I swear. And then someone... Oh, I haven't been sending the Sunday text messages. Our product that we're focusing on this week is Puffy gel. But anyway, then I ended up joining like Fabletics, you know, because they did that like 70% off, and then like you know, they just get you with that stuff. So anyway, I joined, and my goodness, their sweatpants and like sweatshirts are amazing there. I couldn't believe it. So now I've got like every time they'd have a sale, I would just get sweatpants. And I must have like, I don't know how many pairs of sweatpants, too many pairs of sweatpants. But girls, I got the sweatpants now. So yeah, I haven't been sending out theme messages because we're not really doing themes this year. We're doing more product features, because a lot of y'all have our products and love our products, and it's fun. It's a little bit easier to do like, I guess, to have creative freedom with what we're making, and just say like, do something cool with this product. So that was sort of what we chose to do for 2022. This is the matte top coat that I'm applying right now. So we gave ourselves a little more creative freedom this year. And so now what we're doing is just saying, hey, y'all got the Puffy gels. Listen, if you stick with us through this week with our Puffy gels, you are going to want to pull your Puffy gels out and do all kinds of cool stuff by the time this week is over, because you will definitely see something here that's going to inspire you with the Puffy gels. So, and even if you don't get the 12 pack, at least the Wildflowers clear Puffy gel, this is a staple. Like, I couldn't do nails without this product because it holds crystals and it does all kinds of other cool stuff, but especially because it holds the crystals and it's tack free. Like, you know, me and glue, I have a long crazy story about nail glue, but me and nail glue got divorced a few years ago because I used to use, what was that one? Oh my gosh. And it was like, I swore by it, but the bottle would glue itself shut all the time. It was like yellow. It was a glass bottle with a yellow label. Well, anyway, it was a great glue. It really was. But the bottle would glue itself shut all the time. And I just like, and then one time my client was like, oh, I'll get it. And she took, I'm sure some of you have heard this story before, but she basically took like a spoon pusher, not this, but like something equivalent with like metal. And she took the bottle of glue and she went and broke the glass bottle of glue. And it went all, I had just finished her nails. It went all down her hands, all down her arms. She was like, I'm burning, I'm burning. And then like, you know, she was glued to the towel and the towel was glued to the table. So she was essentially glued to the table and it was just all downhill from there. It did not end well and her nails looked horrible after I had just finished them. So it was like not a pleasant experience. And then that's when I was like, that's it. Bondini, that was it. I knew it would come to me. Yeah, that stuff really is great, but oh my gosh, I could not keep a bottle from gluing itself shut ever. It was like every bottle I had would just glue itself shut. All right, let's get on to the one stroke. So you can use, this is my, from the vegan brush set. I love these brushes. This is the one with the orange tip from the vegan brush set, or if you just have a regular brush set, the light pink angled one stroke brush is gonna be the equivalent. So this one is just different because it's made with Kolinsky sable hair. So this is, yeah, Sarah, we got divorced, man. I was like, oh, I will never, we're done. D-O-N-E forever. So the light pink angled one stroke brush, or if you have just our regular orange brush, this is kind of just a rectangular brush. This will work too. So whichever one you prefer, I'm going to go with the one from the vegan brush set today. So if you don't know what the vegan brush set is, it's 6 brushes. They're so beautiful. Can I just, they're right here. I'm just going to grab them and just show you like how pretty they are. Aren't they so pretty? And this is the orange one I'm using right now, but they're like so pretty. And then they turn to white and then they have the color again at the end of them. But it's a really great brush set. Let me rip all the caps off too. Might as well, right? These are all the different brushes that come in the set, and it's just a really great brush set. I guess I'll put these caps on later. I don't want to make you sit here and wait while I put all the caps on. All right, I'm thinking some light blue. This is the Wildflowers painting gel from yesterday. It's just been sitting on my desk. It's definitely still good, but I think I'm going to go with a blue, and I might do this color right here. This is denim, and this is the Wildflowers paint gel. Love this stuff, especially for one stroke. But again, you can apply this technique. You know, you don't have to do one stroke at all. You could just paint flowers. Or if you have like water decals, or in Canada, they call them decals. I don't know what y'all call them in New Zealand. But every time I go to Canada and they say decals, it just makes me giggle. But all right, I'm going to do a blend, and we know that blue plus yellow makes green, so you might get like a green in the middle, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. So we'll take some blue here on the corner of my brush. I'm going to pick up some yellow. And if you've never one-stroked with gel, raise your hand. Doing one stroke with a painting gel is different than it is with actual water-based paint. So there's some things that are going to be a little bit different. What you want to do is you want to create a nice, juicy place on your palette where you can come and like pick up paint when you need it. Jess, no, I had a bit of a scheduling conflict tomorrow. So this is like Monday, Manny Monday. We'll probably just post the replay tomorrow for everyone. So glad you're here. All right. So what we're trying to do here is, like I said, we're trying to create sort of a kind of like thick, juicy spot where there's a lot of gel that's blended really beautifully so that I can come back to this spot and pick up more. That's kind of the difference. I feel like when you're doing it with water-based acrylic paints, you don't need to focus. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Amanda, for letting me know. Okay, for one stroke, you have a longer end of the brush and a shorter end. The longer end is called the toe. So that's where the blue is. The shorter end is called the heel. So I've got my toe in the blue, the heel's in the yellow. And that's just, you know, brush terminology when it comes to working with this type of brush. Angled, you know, and it's really your preference. But what we're trying to do right now is oh yeah, everything's fine. We are all good. Everything's wonderful. We just have a really busy, exciting week, like family-wise. And my husband is like going out of town and like ministering at a few different churches next week. So, you know, it just gets a little crazy when travel comes into play. So we're kind of getting back into the swing of like how our lives used to be before kids. So we're just doing it this time with kids, which makes it, even more fun and crazy and complicated. What we're trying to do is create a nice, beautiful blend. And, there is, of course, a fuzz. I'm sure y'all can see that little guy right there in the yellow in the middle of my blend. And I'm just going to ignore him. He's just, wanting to get on my nail. So how do you make a blend? For those of you who are like really anal, okay, it's going to be hard. You're going to have like probably a perfect line of blue and a perfect line of yellow, and you're just going to be like la 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 exactly over the same spot, and you're never going to have an ombre. So if you're that person, what you need to do is you actually need to move your brush like up a little bit and like down a little bit. And then what will happen is it'll start to blend in the middle, and you'll start to actually see an ombre happen. If you are not that person and you're a little like all over the place, I'm always a little all over the place. So I would categorize myself as a little all over the place. It's going to blend by itself just because I'm not going to be super precise when I'm doing this. So, and typically like when I go this way, I'm really precise, but the minute I turn my brush this way to go, I'm like, wee, and I go like crazy. So usually by just making my brush go the other direction, I end up with a really beautiful blend. So this is what we're going for, a nice blend. Yeah, we are going to deal with sweater fuzz all night. And what I have noticed on these flowers that I've seen, like just from observing other people's artwork, is, okay, typically with one stroke, we put the light color on the outside. And what I've noticed is a lot of times they're putting the light color on the inside, which is kind of neat and sort of different. So, and especially when we're working with a lighter background, if you put the white on the outside of the flower, what do you think will happen? We won't even be able to see the end of the petal, right? So because we're working on a lighter background, and because we're doing these really cool crystal flowers, we're going to actually put our dark first. So this is my official pickup for doing petals. Did you see how it was a little different? Like I just dug down in there and went to pick up my gel. I wasn't doing this like whole buttering my toast type of thing. So yeah, I'm glad y'all are here. All right, so let's go. We are going to do a flower, and I'm going to shoot for 6 petals on this one. The cool thing about working with gel paints is like you don't have to be super, I don't know. You don't have to be like really fast. Like you're not having to worry so much about paint drying. And it doesn't have to be perfect either because you can totally paint over it, which is always nice to know. If things aren't perfect, I can just paint over it. And I don't know if you've noticed, but when we're doing this, it's more just sort of like small controlled strokes. And do you see how I'm just coming to pick up my paint from this little area? Just make sure, because I love you guys, there's always going to be someone out there that somehow like flips their brush this way. And I'm going to be like, no. Okay, so make sure. I think that's when you work with an angle brush, I think it also helps you to not accidentally flip your brush backwards. So if that's you and you find yourself like constantly flipping your brush, like with the wrong, the wrong paint on the wrong side, I'm definitely going to say like, why don't you try an angled brush and see how that works for you, because it might be better. For 6-petal flower, we want to be like halfway right here. We want 3 petals on one side and 3 petals on the other. So I'm right on point with where we want to be as far as like spacing petals out. So just check yourself. If you're way far over halfway, go for 5 petals. Nobody's going to judge you if you set out to do a 6-petal flower and only ended up with 5 petals. I'm sure it happens every day, even to the best nail artists out there. So if that's you, don't beat yourself up if you're trying to do 6 and only got 5. Some of you might be going for 6 and end up with 8. I mean, I've taught flowers for so many years all over the place. I'd say all over the world. Like it's not that dramatic. I have been out of the country teaching, but not like, not to enough places to be like all over the world I've taught these flowers. I've taught them all over North America and a little bit in South America too. And maybe a little bit in Europe, just a little bit. So on a few continents. All right, so here is our first flower. It's definitely like big and bold, and that's fine. I'm fine with it being kind of big and bold. And here's the question, like, do we squeeze another flower on there? What do we do here? What are we going to do here? What's the plan? What's the plan, Stan? So for this particular like style right here, I kind of went in and made some little like blossomy things. But before I did that, I'm just going to like clue you into how I did this. I guess we'll kind of stick with this type of design here. Before I just start adding blossoms, what I did was I took a brush like this. So this is the like similar to the magenta brush right here. And I took some of my green gel paint, just really like almost a dry brush. So barely any on there. And what I did was I came in here and just gave myself, let me get centered here. I gave myself sort of a little like game plan, I guess you could say. Like I plan on going up this way and maybe we'll come down this way. All right. And then we can come over this way. And maybe just down that way a little bit. Because if you just make little like buds, like kind of floating in outer space, you're going to be like, oh gosh, how do I now make the plant move that direction to catch the bud? So we're not really wanting to work that way. We want to like say, okay, here's where the plant's going to go. And from this stem, we're going to have some little leaves come off of it, and we might have a little bud or two. So for the buds, you're not necessarily going to, here, let's practice. Let's do some practice buds. My dog, oh my gosh, I was like, what is my dog eating? It was my flower palette earlier. He got a hold of this, and he had it just hanging, dangling out of his mouth like this. It was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. I took pictures of him. I was like, oh my God, so cute. So here's what we want to do with the buds. What I like to do is I like to sort of like dig the tip in and almost squish it. Do you see how it gave me like a smaller, sort of a smaller little shape to do that, like where I set the tip down? And, you know, because if I was just like using this full brush, look at how big it would be to do that. Okay. So I sort of dig the toe in just a hair, like I let the toe hit first and then I kind of squish the rest of the brush up into that shape when I do the little buds. So coming to my little palette, gonna pick up, yep, just dive on in. So I'm going to push on the toe. Okay, wait, let me steady myself here. There we go. All right. Oh, sorry. I want you guys to be able to see. Getting blurry. Going, digging into the toe of the brush and just kind of pushing a little bit. Y'all, these buds are not rocket science here, okay? Just letting you know. There's really like, it's not rocket science. So just stick your brush down. Maybe we will have one right over here. I guess when it comes to the shape of it is what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to, these are like little details. If you got the main flower pretty good, you're going to be all right. Even if your bud is all blue with like no yellow, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. All right, I am going to just flip this way because it's easier for me to do buds with my little nail turned. And then, okay, I'm sort of out of like fresh paint. So I can come in here and just sort of like re-establish a bit, just like that. This way I just have a place to sort of like pick up some fresh paint on my brush. I didn't add any paint to that. I really didn't need to add more paint. But I definitely sort of smudged it a bit just to, all right, so here's our little buds. Squish one right there too. Okay, cute. Cute, right? All right. So we're doing good. The only other thing that I may do really quickly is just, and this is going to look like so, I don't know, like blah, but I'm going to just take the heel of my brush in here because it's yellow, and I'm just going to try to like fill this in a bit. And it can be like exactly what that sound that I just made. It can be like that because it's going to be covered up with something. Just try not to get your blue in there. You just don't want your blue. I'm just trying to get the yellow like sort of in the middle right there. And I didn't need to like dirty a whole nother brush because I had yellow on the heel of this brush. So I just kind of used the heel and got it right in there. And yeah, I've got my little buds there. So we're kind of on our way here. Gonna go ahead and give this a cure now. And next is gonna be our leaves. And again, leaves really aren't complicated to do either. They're about the same as the buds. The movement's just a little bit different. But we're gonna make them sort of similar to the buds. As you can see on this one, very similar shape to the buds. Just didn't want to make them like big or overpowering or anything like that. Just wanted to keep things kind of simple and easy. We do have a smaller brush. So if you feel like, oh, that brush is just so big, I don't think I would be able to, or I don't think I would feel comfortable. I'm cleaning this with acetone because I let Hannah borrow my alcohol and she did not bring it back. Oh, the joys of motherhood. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yes, we have a smaller brush. Sorry about that. The smaller brush, the yellow was banana. Good question. Thanks for asking, Andrea. That was a banana, and that's again from our Wildflowers paint gels. So several yellows to choose from actually, and all of them look good. You can even mix white with your yellow, but this little rose colored brush, this is one of the ones with Kolinsky sable hair. Tiny little angled brush. Of course, you can kind of like squish it to see how I just sort of fanned it out a bit to make it just a little bit bigger. If you feel like you would, I don't know, I guess feel better using a brush of this size rather than the one we just used. So it is an option to go ahead with the smaller. I'll go ahead with the smaller just so you can sort of see how that works, okay? I'm going to pick a green to go with. So I'm trying to, oh, here's what we have sage green here, and I think sage green actually is going to look really nice. So we've got sage green right here. I actually don't even need any more. And I'm just going to mix it with my white. I think that would be totally fine. So, and these are my paint. Like I said, these have been sitting here for over 24 hours easily. So with the heel of my brush, I'm going to go into that sage green. Okay. And with the toe of my brush, I'm going to go into the white. And then I'm going to start to make a little, I call this the runway. I'm going to start to make my little runway here. I'm going to get a little bit more paint. This is, here's what's different when loading your brush. It's like, I don't want you to be too afraid of this painting gel. If you've done one stroke with me for like, you know, acrylic water-based paints, I'm always like, y'all, take it easy picking up your paint. Like, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy, because a lot of times people just, they just pick up too much paint and it gets out of control very quickly if you get too much paint. With the painting gels, it's a little bit different. So I would say you don't have to be as scared when you're picking up. You can pick up like a little bit more paint than what I would advise if you were using acrylic water-based paints. Okay, we have a beautiful blend. So taking my time here is pretty critical because no wet palette necessary, Jennifer. Great question. No wet palette. Taking my time here and getting a really beautiful blend is pretty crucial to having like the actual petals look really well blended on the nail. So take your time there on your little runway and make sure you have a nice blend going on. First thing I'm going to take care of is are the little buds that we did. So I'm just going to come in here and just like that. And again, these are like details. So you don't have to be like stressing out. Want no one stressing out about it here, okay? They can just touch straight down to the stem. If you need to like draw a little stem, you can do that with your detail brush. You can do it with the heel of the brush like I did. If you want your green to come up a little higher on your buds, you can. Yeah, definitely, Nikki. I'll catch you on the replay. I hope you had a nice vacation. Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not even like, like how far into the year are we? And I'm like, oh, a vacation. Anyone else? I know I'm not the only one feeling that way. Oh. Okay. So we've got our buds. The buds are done. Quick, right? All right, now let's go for some actual little leaves. And these are just going to sort of blend softly into the background. Okay, cool. Not worried. Like blop, blop, blop. You saw that, right? Just blob it on there. Just blob it, y'all. When it comes to little like detail stuff like this, oh my gosh, is not worth like overthinking, okay? Is not worth it. Don't overthink it. Just get it on there and be done with it. The biggest thing when you're adding like little details is that you don't want it to draw away from like the main thing that's happening, okay? So like no big monster leaves, or like if you want to make a monster leaf, you can make a monster leaf, but like you would have like one monster leaf and maybe a small one, and then you would be done with leaves. Like you are cut off at that point. So if you're doing little leaves, you could do a bunch of little leaves. And if you're doing small ones, then, okay, so this is fine. Fine for me, fine. I'm gonna do another little thing, and I didn't do this on the last one, but I don't know, I'm just feeling like it would look really pretty to do this. So I'm gonna take, we actually have metallic colors. We have a gold, a rose gold, and a silver. So I'm gonna work with the gold here. And I'm just gonna outline, I really wanna outline my flower petals because, and maybe some of the buds, because, I don't know, I feel like it would make it look even more like crystally. So again, this is sort of like the look we're going for. And I'm just thinking like, I think maybe adding a little bit of that gold. So the gold artist gel paint, really beautiful. And you could also do this with a gold puffy gel. So if you get the set of puffy gels, that's our special for the week. They're 20% off. You will have a gold puffy gel. And it's kind of similar. I would totally pick up either to do this. There's some products that we have, you know, that it's like you could use this one or you could use this one, and they would both sort of like give you the same type of, you know, overall effect that we're going for. And is there a reason why you should use one and not the other? Like, no, not really. So either one would work. I'm just thinking it's gonna make it look even like a little more like, I don't know. It looks like jewelry to me when I see these crystal flowers. So I'm just trying to add that little extra something. Just gives it that little extra something, don't you think? So maybe right there, and maybe on just the tips of these little buds would be kind of cool. Because we are going to attack our buds and our flower petals with the clear puffy gel. So, okay, cool. That's all I wanted to do. Oh, is there an actual name for this, Paula? You rock. I'm going to have to look that up when I'm done. I figured it might be like something. Oh, just wait till it's done, Andrea. You might like it with the gold. You might like it. So I definitely am excited to try it with the gold. All right, so here's where we're at. I'm going to give this a quick cure. That's going to lock the leaves in place. It's going to lock the gold in place. And then now comes the fun with the clear puffy gel. So let me teach you some stuff about this, because you don't want to just dive in, because you're going to be like, oh my God. This stuff is super, super thick. Sorry. Just bear with me for a moment. I'm looking for something. Hold on. Let me just grab this thing and dig. I was hoping I had a little jewel spatula somewhere. Huh. Maybe I don't. Oh, here, I'll use the spatula on my combo tool. Okay, so I'm just using a spatula really quickly, and I'm just going to scrape a little bit the sides of this, like just to kind of get this into the center just a little bit. So this stuff is nice and thick. And I want to show you how to work with it before we actually work with it, because oh my God, look at you all. Okay, Paula. Wow. Oh my goodness. We could have done like a whole theme week on that, huh? Listen, if we go back to doing like art themes next year, Paula, I'm doing it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Like that's, you know, I'm into that stuff. Like I am into that type of knowledge. So, all right. So when you work with the clear paste, you want to take like a magenta brush. You want to go straight in. You want to go around in a bit of a circle, like a circular motion, and pull it out. Okay. And that's going to give you a nice good bit on your brush. And so with this good bit on your brush, what I recommend you do, I'm actually going to get a little bit more. I'm really going to get some here. Okay. Hold on, just want a little more. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. So with this big bit on your brush, you have to kind of know how to get it off of your brush, I guess is what I'm trying to get to. So sometimes what I like to do, if it's going too far up the brush, I don't know if you saw, I just slid against the like rim of the jar a little bit to sort of just pull it down to the bottom of my brush. This is not like a normal gel, so you sort of have to just learn to adapt and work with it because it's kind of crazy. It doesn't really self-level much at all. So it's just a little bit different when it comes to working with it. And so what I like to do is I like to push this down, okay, like let it sort of attach. And then I have to move my brush in a bit of a circular motion to get it off, okay? And I want to do that and want to do this sort of circular motion a little bit before I pull my brush forward. Okay, so we've got quite a nice little glob right there. Woo! All right. If you don't want it to look so pulled together at the tip, you could always come in and just pull down on it a little bit, but just like very careful little strokes, okay? Because once you get like a big glob, it's gonna be like trying to jump in your brush and you're gonna be like, heaven help me, okay? Because it just gets like, you know, you have to control the product that you're working with. You got to control it. So again, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go around in a circle, pull my brush out. If I feel like it's too high on my brush, I can come here, sort of like slip it down a good bit, but you don't want to lose it. No, come back. Come back. Let me pick it up again. All right, that's better. There we go. Okay. It looks a little crazy at the beginning. It reminds me of like, you know, what was that movie, Sweet Home Alabama, where he does like the glass that's got struck by lightning? It's kind of what it reminds me of. So give it just a minute to sort of like calm down, okay? We're going to come over here to our flower. We're going to press and just little circle motions with my brush, okay? But I'm telling you, like, I watch people do this stuff, and here's the thing. Like, you can do 50 layers of clear gel to do this, or you can learn how to work with puffy gel in a way that it will make like a nice, beautiful round glob. You just have to listen to what I'm telling you to do. I'm like, it's just that easy. Just listen to me, okay? I am keeping it on the inside of the gold. Like, it's just on the inside of the gold, okay? All right. So watch again. I want to do this like several times because I want you to like really see, because you really, it's not this stuff. You'll be like, ah, if you don't like have a technique. So go straight in, okay, around in a circle, and then pull it out. It's going to look crazy. You're going to be like, how would I ever get this from this to like a nice round shape? Okay. Come over here. Slide it down your brush a little bit, but you don't want to lose it, okay? So I'm keeping it on my brush. I have some tails. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. See my little, it's like antlers. We're just gonna like give the antlers a second. The gel will kind of pull it back into itself. That's sort of the nature of gel. So if you just have a little patience, let that gel pull those little antlers back in. They'll come back in. And then you're gonna come over here. We're going to press. Just have to have a little bit of patience, okay? Press. And then just some circular motions. And then finally we can pull towards the middle a little bit. Aha. See what a nice shape we have? Right? And the cool thing is this stuff ain't moving. So like if I felt like I needed to pull this guy over just a little bit more, I could come in here with my brush. This is nitpicking, like this is level nitpick right there, okay? You don't need to like be nitpicking yourself like crazy. But really cool to be able to work with the puffy gels and get these nice like bulbous type of shapes with this stuff. Okay, again, in, around in a circle, pull your brush out. This is the part where it gets scary. You're gonna come over here and slide this down your brush a little bit and lift off. and you're gonna have, you know, some crazy like weird antler eyeballs, whatever you want to call them. I've kind of like caught half of a comment about like monster eyes or something, but yeah. And then you're gonna take this, sort of just touch down to the surface, and then to get this off of your brush, circular movement, circular motion, circular motion, circular motion. And then you can just kind of pull down. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's y'all are creative. You know, we are a bunch of creatives at Wildflowers, and y'all always have really, really cool ideas for like how to make it even cooler. So I'm sure that you all will think one big marble on top of it. I mean, if you feel like, hey man, that's what the flash cure light's for, right? Just keep it away from your clear puffy gel pot. But like if you feel like, you know, if you feel like you need to like flash cure it, then flash cure it. I wouldn't judge you for it. All right, so I just slid that down my brush. I got the scary shape now. Turn this way. And we're going to touch down, press just a little bit. So like I said, for some of you who are like, oh, I wouldn't have time to like, you know, one stroke of flour and do all of this. Shoot, you can do it on top of a water decal. Like if you're that type of person. So you can chrome, definitely, Omira. This stuff, you can absolutely chrome. Obviously, then you'd want to protect it after you chrome. But yeah, this stuff chromes really beautifully. All right. Look at you, Christine, making it to alive. All right, awesome. I know I'm having some interesting like schedule. I'm gonna have to kind of jump like Sunday, Monday for a little bit, y'all. So I will be live on Monday next week. So bear with me. But then after that, it might be a Sunday again. Getting into the crazy travel season where travel is starting back up. So and just little circular motions to sort of get it deposited. And these are all uncured. Cool though, right? We're gonna come in and get those little flower buds. It's the same exact movement. And yeah, when you're not, I go really slow when I teach. So if you're bored, you know, understand. My little bud, little circular movement, and just pull down. I guess that's the difference between a live and like a YouTube video that's edited. Which like we put these lives over on YouTube and people really, there's definitely a crowd of people over there who really enjoy watching them. And they enjoy watching them because I go slow and I explain everything and take my time doing what I do. Because a lot of videos, are you obsessed, Erin? I'm so glad you like them. Yeah, new technique, right? I've never taught this before, so I'm like really thrilled. I think we should add this to Elevated Art, definitely for our 2022 curriculum. I think we'll be doing a nail design. I haven't, you know, this is sort of a, I don't want to say like well, the pink one, I definitely like word for word plagiarized, copied someone else's design. So like I said, like no Definitely no credit taken on the design on the pink one, but I don't know. The blue one's a little different, right? Oh, that's cool, Terry. Yeah, that's something that I found too. Like I was sitting in my living room and I think Erin was live and my phone was just like, hey, you want me to put this on the TV for you? And I was like, yeah. Oh, shoot, look what I just did. See, ladies, this is why you should cure it. No, I'm just kidding. It'll still be fine. I hit my other pedal. But yeah, my TV was like, hey, or my phone was like, hey, you want me to put that on the TV? And I was like, yes, please. So then it was like on my big, you know, it's we don't have like a huge TV, but it's bigger than my phone. So I was like, yeah, that's awesome. I love that I can watch it on my TV and not have to like strain my eyes. All right, looping it around. You guys, this is really pretty. I like the gold. I know y'all weren't crazy about the gold, but I do like the gold on this one a lot. I think it's a really nice touch. Circle, 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 and pull. Boop. Just like that. They look kind of like little teardrops, don't they? Now, if you want to go crazy, you can get in here and like start doing this to the leaves too. But I think, I don't know, I did just the, oh, that's so funny. Your kittens were trying to catch the brush. Oh, well, thanks. I'm glad you all like that I get these over on YouTube for you. And you know, they're here on Facebook too, but there's just a crowd of people over on YouTube. I've got, I don't know, a lot of subscribers. Got a lot of subscribers over on the YouTube channel. And I was just doing like my edited videos always, but I started, I'm just going to do some like eyebrows now. Eyebrows mean like I can just dig in and I don't have to adjust the gel on my brush. Oh, well, thanks, Andrea. You guys are so sweet. It's like the sisterhood of like nail compliments. I love that everybody's just so kind. Like nobody ever has anything bad to say on our lives. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you who tune in and watch and share. And I really do. Very supportive group at Wildflowers. And like, especially our master artists, I'm just really proud of, I'm really proud of like how willing everyone is to share their knowledge. And I don't know, we just have such a great group. We just have a really great group. So, all right, almost done here. I sometimes forget that these are not cured. So how many of you watching aren't master artists that are trying to become master artists? Let me know if that's you. I get so excited. Okay. Yeah, this part's just quick. It's like I just want to get some gel on it, but I'm not. Oh, awesome, Gina. I want to get some gel on it, but I'm not. Oh, yay. Look at all y'all. I love it. Awesome. Very good. I want to get some gel there, but I'm not trying to like be all crazy about the shape of it. Makes sense. Okay. So here's our pink one. I like mine better. Boop. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, now I'm gonna get real fancy for the center of this one. Like I'm gonna get real fancy here. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited about the center. Okay, curing. I am going to cure. So this clear puffy gel is tack-free, which is really awesome. And then I am going to get some bullion out. And I'm also going to try to find a crystal somewhere. Hang with me, y'all. Oh, man. I turned 40 this year, and I swear, all I do is, like, groan when I get up. I'm like, oh, 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 every time I move. Oh, all right. Okay, let me find a pretty little crystal. We are gonna have some crystals at Wildflowers. Can I just, it's 30 seconds in an LED. We are going to start to carry some crystals at Wildflowers. And it's not, we're not like trying to be Swarovski, definitely not. We're just trying to be like convenient because, you know, just with basics. I'm not even like, we're not doing a whole bunch of colors. We're doing just like the basic essential, you know, I just need some crystals type of situation. All right. So I'm going to go in with the clear Puffy again. And I am trying to deposit like a little, you know, a glob. Because I'm going to put a crystal here. And when you're doing a crystal, you definitely need to be able to like sink it into something. Glass crystals. Ooh. And I'm trying to figure out which size to do. I'm thinking like this size is probably, because I'm going to do some bullion too, I think. Or is that going to be too big? Maybe, oh, I'll go down one size. This is like, you know, where you get to the end and you're like, oh, should I do this or will I regret it? Yeah, smaller because I'm going to put bullion around it. Okay. So I sunk that in there. It does look undersized for what I'm doing, but we're going to put bullion around it. So it's not going to look like weird because the bullion's going to make it, you know, have more something around it. So, oh my God, did my dog eat my bullion pen? What the heck? You guys, no. Oh, that rat. Oh no. A pearl would look beautiful in there. My dog ate my bullion pen, you guys. No, it will not work at all. He chewed the tip of it off. Oh my God, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna cry. Maybe I have a silver one that'll work. Oh my God. Okay, we're going silver, you guys. Sorry. No, it was not Sky. It was our wiener dog. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna have to do silver because, yeah, I'm sorry. It might look really pretty. Okay, I'm not gonna knock it until I do it. So let me tell you, we have a golden retriever who's just, you know, incredible. And then he's kind of like, he is a dachshund, whatever, however you say that. He is the most mischievous thing I have ever, and I mean, I've had dogs my whole life, but let me tell you something about this dog. His middle name should be Mischief. He is just mischievous and he's just always into something. And like he likes to chew up dirty underwear and like dirty socks and you know, like everything nasty. It's like, oh man, he is something, always getting into trouble. And so yes, he has chewed my bullion pen. Let me just tell you this. So this is going to be our finished like jewel nail. I would have done gold. However, my dog ate my bullion pen. Okay. So here we go. Going to give that a cure. I want to show you something without revealing too much. But this is the corner of a new product that we have. And I was using it for taking pictures. And can I just say, he did this. And I was like, I am going to kill you. Okay. I'm going to kill you. So here is a, preview of a product that we have coming out. That's all you got. Yeah, now it really looks like jewelry, doesn't it? Ooh, I love this, y'all. Do you love it? I love it. Love it. Love it. So glad I did the gold. I wasn't into the gold, but now that it's got like the crystal stuff on it, I'm totally into it. So here was our like original sort of inspiration nail over here. Totally different look. Beautiful too. But this is a really, really fabulous, like very fabulous. So I hope that you all enjoyed the live tonight. I really do. I enjoyed it. I had so much fun doing this nail. I really, really did. I feel like I actually got even better at the technique since yesterday, just kind of fooling around. Definitely takes a little bit of practice, so don't get discouraged if you're working with the clear puffy gel and, you know, you feel like, I don't know. Oh, and this is so great because I'll be able to actually send the link to this live out in the e-blast. So y'all will be able to get to it and see it and watch it if you want. So yeah, wow, love it, love it. I'm gonna have to make a little like little GIF to send out in the email. But yeah, thanks so much, you guys, for joining me. I'll go ahead and flip up. Any questions before I go? Please ask. You know, just flipping around. Oh gosh, Maureen. Let me tell you something. First of all, here's what I would say to you. Art like that, you want to get down to like 10 minutes. So I took a really long time because I was teaching you how to do it. And oh God, Izzy. I took a really long time because I was just teaching you how to do it. And you want to really get it down to like 10 minutes. And if we teach it in class, like it will be a 10-minute nail. So we will probably be like, all right, y'all, like get this one stroke and stuff done, get this foundation done, because I feel like every time you pick up a lump and then have to like let it do its thing to make the petals, I feel like it probably takes like at least 1 minute for every petal. So you're up to like 6 minutes just on applying that clear gel to each petal. I would say the background is going to take 5 minutes if you hurry. So you're already like, yeah, it's like 10 minutes right there already. So what I used to do, $1 a minute is a great way to do it. But you also have to be able to do it efficiently. I think that's what's fair for you and your customers is like, you can't be a slow poke because you're having a conversation and you're like, oh, I don't like this, I'm gonna wipe it off 20 times. That's not fair to your customer, right? So I think definitely charging what you need to charge and doing the art efficiently. What does that look like? It's gonna be a little different for everyone. I went to a Tammy Taylor class like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. Oh my God, I feel so old. And she was teaching like that y'all should be making $40 an hour gross, like minimum, no matter, and this was like years ago. So I'd say there's probably like $50 an hour now, like in this day and age with the price of everything going up. So 40 is an easier number to chop apart because you would charge $10 for every 15 minutes. However, if you jump that up to $50, that's $10 like divided, you know, so maybe like $12 for every 15 minutes minimum. So if this is taking you, if you're doing one nail, and that would be a large nail because that was like a size 2 tip. So that'd be like a thumbnail or like a big wide middle finger or something like that. To do that type of art is going to take a 15-minute chunk. So anywhere from $10 to $15, I would say. If they're getting like 2 fingers done and you feel like you can do it in, you know, like 20 minutes or something like that, yeah, I would charge like $20. And I would, you know, have like a half hour of my time blocked off. So an extra $20 to do some fancy, whatever that French word, whatever you called this with the French. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to officially call it that. So when I send the email, I'm going to be like, oh, look, I did this fancy art and I didn't even know what it was because one of my viewers, the Miss Paula, had to educate me about what it's actually called. But anyway, hopefully that gives you a good idea of what to charge for that type of art. Some of the art we do is really fast, so I don't know. Meaning like, not that I don't know. I know what I would do. if it was me, just like Lauren the nail tech, not like Lauren the owner of Wildflowers, just like Lauren the nail tech, what I would do is just what Megan said, I work in 15-minute blocks. So like if I'm gonna draw something that takes like 2 seconds, it's cutting into a 15-minute chunk. You're paying me for the 15 minutes. So like I used to include 15 minutes of nail art in my services as part of what people paid for, and it was just part of what they paid for. The minute they went outside of 15 minutes of art was when I had to start to upcharge. So like most people would bring me a design and I would say, okay, for this particular design, it's gonna be this much extra, considering they're already getting the 15 minutes. So I would definitely be charging for that additional chunk of time, but everyone who came to me wanted art, and that was just the type of client that I attracted. So I always used to just include my first 15 minutes of art, and it worked out so well because then I didn't have to nickel and dime people. When I started, I had a price menu and it was like, Burger King, have it your way. And I was like, foils are this much for 1 nail, and this much for 2 nails, and this much for 10 nails, and this is this much for 1 nail, and this much for 2 nail, and this much for 10 nails. And I had this like menu board, but it was like the more art I learned and the more skills I picked up, the more it was just like, oh my God, I can't even remember what I was supposed to charge for like this particular, and then they got foil, but then I also did this with it, and it would just get so complicated that I was like, which is when I finally decided that it would just honestly be best for me to charge for my time. And if it's something that requires a lot of extra expense, example, you know, you are using actual genuine Swarovski crystals, which I don't even think we can like get anymore. I don't know what happened with Swarovski or whatever, but if it was like genuine or just something that was expensive, remember when chrome first came out, it was like, do I upcharge? Like, heck yeah, you better upcharge this little tiny container of pigment is like $40. So yeah, even if you just upcharge by $5, it's like, you know, an expensive product to add to a service. So I hope that helped answer your question. Any other questions? Any other questions? All right, I'm just gonna give y'all a second and then I'm gonna say have a fabulous Monday. It's been a long day. It's tax season, isn't it? Oh, started getting all my stuff together for tax season. I hate it. Tax season. We have the most complicated taxes ever this year. I'm like, God bless my accountant, because we did like an international adoption and we moved and we just had a lot going on last year. So I'm like, oh boy, it's gonna be a fun year for taxes for us. Oh goodness. All right, well, I don't see any other questions. Listen, if y'all think of something or you end up having a question, oh, I'm gonna beat my dog when I see him. I'm gonna beat him. If y'all have any questions that you think of, send us a message on Facebook. You could send us an email. You can give us a call at Wildflowers. We love you. Again, please share this with anyone that you think would enjoy it. And I am excited to see you all next week. Erin will be live on Wednesday at 11 a.m. You're so welcome, Paula. Thanks for all of your insight. I love it. I'm gonna like scroll back through the comments to see what you called it and learn how to pronounce it properly. But we love you guys so much. We really do. And I look forward to seeing those of you who will be coming to my live in-person classes. I can't wait to see you. And so have a fabulous week, everyone. Jotana will be live on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this week. And we will see you out on the internet and out and about at the events this year. So bye. Thanks.